Hello students, in this video we will discuss Lorentz Fitzgerald length contraction. Let us consider two inertial frames S and S dash which are not under the influence of any external force. Let frame S is at rest and frame S dash is moving with constant velocity v, which is very high, comparable to velocity of light in x direction. Let O and O dash are two observers in frame S and S dash respectively. Let us consider a rod is placed in frame S dash which is stationary with respect to observer O dash and is in relative motion with respect to the stationary observer O in frame S. Let x1 dash and x2 dash are the coordinates of the ends of the rod as recorded by observer O dash in frame S dash. Let x1 and x2 are the coordinates of the ends of the rod as recorded by the observer O in frame S. The length of the rod recorded by observer O dash, which is stationary with respect to the rod, is called as proper length and is given by L0 equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash. The length of the rod recorded by observer O in frame S, which is in relative motion with respect to the rod, is called as relativistic length and is given by L is equal to x2 minus x1. So we can write L0 equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash. From Lorentz transformation equation, x2 dash can be written as x2 minus vt upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square, and x1 dash can be written as x1 minus vt upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square. So on solving we get L0 equal to x2 minus x1 upon under root 1 minus v square by c square, which implies L is equal to L0 under root 1 minus v square by c square. Hence from the formula it is evident that the length of the rod recorded by an observer which is in relative motion with respect to the rod, when the rod is moving with very high velocity comparable to velocity of light, appears to be contracted by a factor under root 1 minus v square by c square. This contracted length L, or the relativistic length, is a function of the velocity of the rod. So higher is the velocity of the rod, lower will be the relativistic length, or greater will be the percentage contraction. So when V is equal to C, then L is equal to 0. So for a rod moving with velocity of light relative to a stationary observer will appear to be a point which is impossible. Similarly, if V is greater than C, then L will be an imaginary, which is impossible because the length of any material body is always real. So from these we can conclude that no material body can travel with velocity equal to or greater than the velocity of light relative to a stationary observer. Hence the apparent contraction in the length of a material body for a stationary observer when the material body is moving with very high velocity comparable to the velocity of light is called as Lorentz Fitzgerald length contraction. It is further observed that this contraction takes place only in the direction of the motion of the rod. However, the perpendicular dimensions of the rod remains unaffected.